This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, well, so thanks for joining the session. This is Karthik Kumar. So total 8 years experience in IT industry. So currently I'm working as a DevOps engineer in one of the reputed MNC. I'm working for client actually. So currently as a migration engineer, I'm part of the migration engineering team. So we are migrating our entire infrastructure from on-premises to the cloud. So in my total 8 years IT experience, I worked on so many tools. Initially, I started my career with Linux administrator. So later, I had a chance to work on a couple of DevOps tools. Now completely moved into the DevOps engineer stream. Sorry, guys. Okay, so before going to start, uh, can I have your small intro? I mean your educational details and if you are working in the past, small intro. Can you start, Sai?
Yeah, hi Karthik. I'm recently passed out from a master's. Right now, I'm in Canada.
Okay,
My previous experience, I worked as an QA automation engineer for about 2.5 years back in India.
okay. Thanks, Sai. Priya, can you?
Yes, hi, my name is Priya, and I have recently completed my BBA, and I'm from Bhubaneswar, and I have no experience or no information about DevOps.
Okay. Thank you, Priya.
Okay.
Okay, fine, guys. Not an issue. Okay, so this is a very good time to start your career with the DevOps actually. Okay, so nowadays, anywhere you go, you can hear this word DevOps and the traditional DevOps, Azure DevOps, and AWS DevOps. So there may be a lot of DevOps actually. Okay, so first thing is, so before getting into the DevOps, first we should know the project. Okay, the first term, the project. So inside the project, uh, the term called SDLC. Okay, this is very popular term, SDLC in the sense. So software development of life cycle. Okay, software development life cycle. Okay, so the project actually nowadays everyone using the software, right? Like let's assume I am running one business. Okay, so I want to enhance my business. So I want to take orders in online. I want to sell products, my products in online. Okay, even not only for sales. So there may be a lot of things. I want to pay salaries to my employees through online. Okay, so I want to maintain one software to run my business. Okay, I want to the main intention is I want to improve my business. Okay, I want to enhance my business. Okay, then definitely I will reach out to any one of the software companies, like let's assume IBM, who are giving support in software. Okay, so these guys are client, I mean the client based companies, right? So they are not owning their projects actually, they are taking projects from the vendors and they are providing the supports. Okay, so client based like IBM. Okay, so Infosys and DXC and Capgemini. So there may be many software companies available in the market, right? But these are the popular ones. Everyone knows about IBM, Infosys, DXC, DXC, Capgemini, and HCL. So there may be, okay, blah blah. So what people are doing? So they are reaching these companies to develop their company. They want to use one software. Okay, so the software name, it will be like your the vendor's name. Like you can take any example like Flipkart, you know, right? Flipkart, so there is a very popular e-commerce business. Okay, so Flipkart, let's assume the Flipkart vendor, they want to use the software, so they reach out to IBM. Okay, so IBM, let's assume. Okay, IBM is the software company, this is the vendor. So he want to use one software. okay, which they want to enhance their business. Okay, so they are providing to their end users. So all the Flipkart end users wants to access the application, and they want to fulfill their needs. Okay, now this IBM guy, this guy taking all requirements whatever you want. These guys they will sit together, and they will make one SLA. Okay, so SLA means service level agreement. Okay, so service level agreement, in that agreement they will take all the requests, all the inputs from the vendor, and based on the input these guys are developing their software. Okay, their application. Okay, so the application, the life cycle of application, how application is developing, that is called as a software development life cycle. Okay, now IBM, what it will do, IBM, it will form one big team. Okay, so in the team there may be a app team. Okay, and there may be a database team. Okay, and there may be a infra team in the sense operational team, you can call as a operational team. So they want to see the project newly arrived, right? So they want to maintain the project, they want to run the project, everything they want to arrange for the vendors, right? So that's why IBM is making all the teams whatever they needs. Okay, infra team and network team, these are the major teams. Inside there may be a service desk team. Okay, so and storage team, backup team, so many, the up to depends on the size of the project. Okay, the size of your application, so they are maintaining, but the major teams these guys. And in between, in starting, they are having the design team also. Okay, so design team in the sense architecture guys. Now, okay, they made some teams, and now they have to improve this SDLC, right? So here majorly first they want to take the requirements. Okay, what are the client requirements? This is the first stage of the SDLC. Okay, in the requirement, who will sit means project managers and senior higher management. Okay, so you can call under project manager and senior guys, uh, uh, whoever working in the IBM senior management, higher management, those guys sit with the clients and they are taking the all requirements from the customer, from the vendor. Thereafter they will go for the design. Okay, so here who will sit means here architecture guys, architectures will sit. So they are based on the requirement, they will design the application. Fine, thereafter they will go for the development. Okay, can you guess guys who will involve in the development stage? Sai, can you guess? Or Priya?
The developers.
Exactly. Okay, so here developers will sit, and they will improve the, based on the architecture, based on the design, they will develop their code by using any computer languages. So Java, okay, or Python, or .NET. Okay, MS.NET and Python, whatever. So these guys will design. Okay, these guys are, they will inform to the developers, hey guy, so this is the plan, so based on the plan you can go on to develop the code. Okay, in parallel they will design the infra also. Okay, so application and infra also they will design, because end of the day your application is running on the servers only, right? So that's the reason in the parallel they will design application and infra setup also. So here under development, okay, development, so infra people also will come, you can call as a operational team. Okay, so operation team also will involve. Here what they will do, they will build the servers. Okay, so what servers they want to build, what languages, what operating system they want to use, either Windows, Linux, so many things. Okay, once they're ready with the development, so directly we are not supposed to deliver it to the client. In between, we have to test it, right? So I heard Sai from the QA. Okay, so quality analysis team. Okay, so here we have to perform the testing. So these guys will test the application functionalities. Fine. So here QA people will sit, then they will do their jobs. After that, once the QA result it's passed, then they will move for the deployment. So here in the stage deployment, okay, so here our role will come. In olden days, even nowadays also very less people are working in the deployment as a middleware team. Okay, but nowadays our team, okay, DevOps team will involve in this stage. They are performing the deployments. Okay, so they are performing these deployments. Fine. Once the deployment is success, now we are ready to deliver our product to the vendor, this guy. Okay, so once you deliver it, that is not sufficient. Okay, after delivering also we have to provide service, right? We have to provide the support, right? Okay, so support. Okay, so we have to maintenance, you can comes under the maintenance. Okay, maintenance. So here these guys who will sit, support team will sit. Okay, so this guy is providing based on the customer utilization 24 by 7 or 16 by 7. Okay, so 16 by 5, it means no weekend support. So like that, based on the SLA, all the rules and regulations they are writing right in the SLA. So based on that, they are providing the support either 24 by 7 or 16 by 5. So this all procedures comes under SDLC. This is your life cycle of your application, the life cycle of how your application is developing. Okay, so as a DevOps engineer, this is your main agenda. Okay, so the term DevOps. Okay, so if you observe the term called as a DevOps, right? So if you observe Dev, you can split into two parts, two terms, Dev and Ops. In the sense, you are the guy in between developers and operationals. Okay, so you are closely working with the developers. So normally developers, what they will do, they will develop the code, right? Okay, and operational team, what they will do, they will create the servers. Okay, so these guys are developing the code, and these guys are, okay, so these guys are making the servers. So now your job is deployment, right? So taking this code and deploying on the servers, that is your main agenda. Okay, that's the reason the DevOps team people are calling as a dev, the guy who is closely working with the developers and operational team. Okay, the deployment is the your main agenda of the DevOps engineer roles. Okay, the main agenda of the DevOps engineer is deployments only. Okay, so far any questions, guys? You are clear with SDLC, is it? If you have any questions,
Yes.
please raise. Okay, thank you, Priya. Okay, now the thing is how you are performing the deployment. Okay, so nowadays there may be a lot of automation tools. Okay, so we have to use those tools. All are available in the market. So all are available in the both categories, like open source and paid version also. Okay, community editions also and enterprise editions also available. So based on the clients, whatever, this is up to client wish, guys. So if they want to go with the open source means free of cost, or if they are paying for enterprise editions, then you can take enterprise editions. So most of the guys prefer enterprise editions only. Okay, so all are going with the enterprise editions, all those tools, and by using all those tools, we are performing the deployments. Okay, the way how you are performing the deployment, that is the matter. Okay, that is the main matter of your DevOps engineer. Okay, now let me write all the tools whatever we are going to discuss in this course. Okay, so we will see. So as I told, right, so we are closely working with developers and operationals. Okay, So the operational, they are creating the servers, right? So in the servers they are using the operating system like Windows or Linux. Okay, what I have observed is in the most of the real-time projects they are using this Linux operating system only. Okay, so operating system Linux. Okay, so that is the reason I will start with the Linux basic commands, all basic commands. I am not teaching the Linux administration part. So as a DevOps engineer, how much is required in the Linux, those much, that much content only I will explain in the Linux commands. Okay, thereafter these developers coding the writing the codes, right? So those codes are, they are storing in the one source code management tool. Okay, SCM, you can call as a SCM as a, we will discuss git git and GitHub. Okay, so there is difference between git and GitHub. Actually you cannot call as a git as a SCM, but we will discuss in detailed in the, whenever we are discussing this git and GitHub concept. Okay, so at the time I will explain what is the git and what is the GitHub. Okay, so overall you can assume, you can consider the source code management tool as a GitHub. Okay, we are discussing this. The main purpose of GitHub tool is to maintain, to store all your source code, whatever developers are developing, you have to maintain. As a DevOps engineer, you have to maintain all the code also. Okay, source code also, you are maintaining all your configuration files. Okay, all your configuration files also you are maintaining in GitHub. Okay, thereafter build tool. Okay, I'm maintaining. Okay, so once they developed the code, directly we can't deploy on the servers because that is in the human readable format. We have to convert the codes, convert the files into system readable format. That's the reason we are using the build tool. Okay, so here we will discuss Maven tool. Okay, so Maven is a Java based tool only. Okay, we will discuss all about. So here the main purpose of the Maven is, okay, the main purpose of the Maven to create build artifacts. Okay, the build artifacts in the sense, the package, you can call as a package, you can call as a bundle. Okay, so build artifacts, the pure technical term is build artifacts. The main purpose of the Maven tool is to create the build artifact. Okay, thereafter, see, they developed and we created build artifact. Now we are ready to deploy. So that is also not supposed to do directly because you have to test the code, right? So you have to perform some quality checking, quality checks on your source code. Okay, that's the reason we are using the scanning tool. Okay, so the scanning tool is sonar cube we are going to discuss. Okay, so here the purpose of sonar cube tool is to check the quality of your source source code. Okay, once the quality reports are passed, then you are able to, then you are ready to deploy your application. Okay, so in between, every day people are creating multiple build artifacts. Okay, so for the future purpose you have to store all these build artifacts. So that is the reason we are discussing one tool called as a artifact repository tool. Artifact repository tool. So here we are using the Nexus tool. Okay, the purpose is to store and maintain build artifacts. Okay, so build artifacts. So this is the purpose of this tool. Okay, so this is the purpose of, once we done all these things, then we are ready to deployment. You can take any application server. Okay, application server, that is Tomcat, we will discuss. Okay, the purpose of the Tomcat is to deploy your application, or your deploy your application var file. Okay, we will discuss all the things. Okay, these are the First we will go with the all manual ways. Okay, once the done, see nowadays nobody using the manual way to deploy your applications because so many automation tools enhanced, right? So that's the reason. First we will discuss manually. After that we will use one tool called as a CI/CD tool. Okay, so CI/CD, by using the CI/CD, the popular one is the Jenkins. We will discuss the Jenkins. So here the main purpose is deployment automation. By using the CI/CD, all these tools we will integrate with the CI/CD. Then we will perform the deployment also. Okay, on Tomcat. Okay. Thereafter, once we finish, see lot of options will come here. How you are making your deployment, what are the jobs you are creating, and how the way how you are creating the job, and build triggers, how you are executing the triggers, how you are executing your jobs, the 90% automation and 100% automation also there. Okay, and what is the CI, what is the meaning of CI/CD? So continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment, what is the difference? Okay, and how you are managing your Jenkins security, and how you are managing your Jenkins storage. Okay, and how you are taking a backup of Jenkins, and the plugins management. So the user administration, the lot of stuff we will discuss in the Jenkins. Okay, so once we done the Jenkins, then we will move into microservices. Okay, so microservices concepts. Okay, so nowadays people all are using the microservices only. Okay, so we will discuss containerization tool. Okay, so containerization tool, any guess guys, do you have any idea about containerization tool?
Docker.
Exactly. Okay. So Docker, Rocket, Pacman. So there are many containerization tool. Out of those, Docker is a popular one. Okay. So Docker, the life cycle of the Docker containers, and how to create the custom images. Okay. And how to attach the volumes, and how to set up the network. All the stuff we will discuss. Okay. Once done the Docker, then we have to provide high availability on this container. Okay, so that's the reason we will be discussing orchestration tool. Okay, orchestration tool, any idea? Orchestration tool, so there are
Kubernetes.
Docker Swarm and Kubernetes. So
Kubernetes.
nowadays all are using the Kubernetes only. That's the reason I will skip this Docker Swarm and we will discuss the Kubernetes. Okay. Once done the Kubernetes, then we will discuss cloud platforms. See, nowadays all are using the cloud providers supports cloud only, right? Like cloud providers, AWS, okay, and Azure, MS Azure, and GCP, lot of clouds, even IBM cloud, they are having their own cloud. Okay, IBM and Oracle cloud also there. There may be nowadays they are owning their own clouds actually. Okay, so out of this we will discuss AWS, and if you are interested, I will teach Azure recorded videos. Okay, so this is all about tools whichever we are going to discuss in our course. Okay, apart of it I will give some process classes. Okay, so process classes in the sense, so I will show you one real-time project without recording. Okay, I won't be recording, rest everything I will record and I will provide the recorded videos. Okay, it may be available until 90 days, and the process classes I won't be record, but I will show you the my real-time projects. Okay, this is very important guys, so nobody will share the real-time scenarios. Okay, any questions guys, any queries
Yeah,
so
hi
far?
Karthik. Uh, I just
Yes,
wanna ask you what is like the the Terraform tool, like what it is used. Are we gonna discuss anything about Terraform?
yes. Actually, Terraform is a infrastructure related stuff. Okay, infrastructure as a code. Okay, so normally in the AWS people what they will do, they will set up one network, they will define the VNet, VPC, security gateway, internet gateway, and subnets. They are defining, right? Thereafter, they are creating the EC2 instances like the virtual missions, and they are installing the operating systems and the volumes, and they are taking snapshots. All those stuffs there, whatever they are performing, right? So all the stuff normally in the GUI we are performing. Let me take you to the instances. See, this is my account in the AWS. So here, if you click on here, see currently 0 starting, right? 0 running. So you can go and click on like this. But how I am creating all the GUI only. But you can use the Terraform code, okay, infrastructure as a code. You can write the scripts, Terraform scripts .tf file. The suffix of the files are tf, okay. Then you can execute in the AWS CLI, okay. So you can create the EC2 instance two ways. One is GUI, another one is the AWS CLI also. But you can use the Terraform scripts and execute on the AWS CLI. It will reflect on your instance, your account, okay. Actually, I'm not covering this infrastructure as a code in this course, but I will provide the recorded videos if you want. Okay.
Yeah, that
Normally,
would be helpful, Karthik, because like I got to know that Terraform, they're using it more right now in the Terraform thing.
nowadays most of the guys see nobody will go over and click on here. Nobody will prefer to use, right? So that's the reason they will write whatever they
Yeah.
want under the script and they will execute simply. Okay. Even manually also they are not executing. Even some people are integrating with the Jenkins and executing the jobs here. Okay, in the Jenkins they are creating one job. There we are executing the script and creating the resources whatever they want. In fact, in my current project also, I told, right, I am part of the migration team. So we are uh, see the infrastructure we are building in the Azure. Okay, so here we are configured the Jenkins pipeline job. Okay, there simply we are gathering all the inputs for the job and triggering this job. That's it. Automatically it will go and it will create all the resources in the Azure. Okay, any other questions, Priya? Sorry.
No, I have
And
no
also,
questions.
I have one more thing, Karthik.
Yes.
Yeah, what about the monitoring tools? Like, are we going to discuss anything? Is that important in
Okay.
Agios or anything like that?
Yeah. Forgotten to update here. So in the process class, we will discuss. Okay. So monitoring tool also, Nagi OS is there. Okay. The basic tool, Nagi OS or Kibana also there. Okay. And you can go with the CloudWatch also. But I will discuss one tool and I will explain the briefly about Kibana and CloudWatch. You can go with anything. Okay.
Yeah,
See,
that's fine.
we have alternative tools also for all the categories of tools like source code management. I have written GitHub, right? So you may having the Bitbucket, GitLab. Okay, so other alternative tools also in the same way. Build tool also, Maven. There is another tool called Ant and Gradle. Okay, so those also comes under build tool. The purpose of the all the tools are same. Okay, but that is different vendor you may call. Okay, so likewise, we will discuss Nagi OS, not an issue. Okay. Any other things?
No, Karthik, we're good.
Yeah. Fine. Okay. So our course almost the duration of the course maximum 2 months. Okay. So 45 classes you can consider, including I mean apart of this weekends. Okay. So maximum within 50 classes we will finish the complete course. Okay. So we will go with the practicals only. Okay. So theoretical I will explain and I will do the practicals also. So during the class I will record the session and I will provide the recorded videos also. Okay.
So we will not be having any classes on the weekends, only Monday to Friday.
Yeah, classes will be Monday to Friday. Sometimes if you are okay, then I will take on Saturdays also. But up to situation. Okay. on
Okay,
demand.
and regarding the timing, this time would be good, right? Like right now, 7 or something like that.
Timings and all
I
we
mean,
will update in the group, Sai.
okay.
I think this time is fine for me. Actually, I am okay. No problem. We will confirm the timings and all in the channel. Okay, we already created, right? Priya, are you there
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the channel?
Yes, I'm in this group.
Okay, okay, cool. Then you will get notifications in the groups. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the only problem with that is like right now it's early morning for me here. This would be a good time for me. That's what I was
Mm.
just discussing it.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Okay, guys. Fine then. We will meet soon. Okay. So the when we will starting the batch, I will let you know soon. Okay. So thank you all. Thanks for interesting to join the course. Okay. So we'll meet soon. Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
sure, Karthik. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a nice
Thank
day.
you.
Bye.